Hello, my name is Isaac,
I'm Sam.
and we are the Front Porch Storytellers. So, our topic of the day is gas stations. Isn't that right, Sam?
That's right.
So,
Uh,
we're laughing too much. So, man, gas stations, let's talk about them.
yeah, what's your favorite gas station?
Man, I don't even know if I have a favorite gas station. I mean, I've been to so many of them. It's like,
Yeah,
man, like think about like how many gas stations there are in like South Shore.
there's so many.
I know there are
'Cause
so
there's
many.
like four, I think, and it's
Yeah.
not a very big town, so it's like a lot.
Man, sometimes I don't like see how they stay open.
Yeah, I know. Because I don't know, everybody's like loyal to like their gas station.
Yeah, it's
Like
like
the only reason you like cracked,
I did.
but it's like KD's or whatever. I'm pretty sure the only reason KD's is like around mainly is because like the loyal customer base.
Yeah,
Because man, it's hard to compete with like Speedway and stuff.
that's true. Yeah, and see, it's like you mentioned, like with the loyalty thing for gas stations. I mean, I have a specific gas station that I always go to. I always go to like one super quick because I trust their gas. Like sometimes I think, oh man, maybe I'm gonna get bad gas, or maybe they're gonna have like water in their gas. So I always know, that like one gas station has good gas that I can trust.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because I don't know what that first stop's gonna do or whatever. Because I don't know. I don't because they're like right beside the Speedway too.
yeah.
Hmm.
But
I
man,
don't know.
like we were talking about the other day or whatever, like gas stations just remind me of childhood. Don't they remind you of
Yeah,
childhood?
they do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every time I'd go on a road trip, with my family, we'd always stop at gas stations and stuff. You could get snacks. I mean, like Yoo-hoos, all that good stuff. I can't believe Jacob's never had like a Yoo-hoo.
I know.
That's so
That's like
odd.
crazy.
I know.
Are Yoo-hoos regional or how does that work?
No, I'm pretty sure that they're like national.
Because man, oh, Yoo-hoos were such a staple like
Yoo-hoos were a
childhood thing
staple, yeah.
for.
Well, it's like bug juice too, but I mean, bug juice
Yeah.
is like a separate entity.
Yeah. But man, because oh, my favorite. Still like my favorite thing is to go to Shortstop in the mornings and get
Yeah,
like a biscuit or whatever.
yeah. I mean, gas station food's like usually pretty good too. I mean, Gary's gas station, they always have like sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah, because it was always so nice. Like every once in a while, like my mom would take me to school because she'd go to work really early or whatever.
Yeah,
So sometimes she'd be like sitting eating breakfast. She'd be like, "Oh, we'd stop at Shortstop and we get like a sausage biscuit or whatever." Be like, "Oh yeah."
yeah.
It's
And
always so.
gas station coffee too, man.
Oh yeah.
There's just something about the way it smells. I can
Yeah.
remember one day, we were like working on my papa's trailer. I can't even remember what was like going on. But my dad was doing something like in the kitchen there, and they had to like go get parts or something. And we stopped at a gas station, and my papa got this cup of coffee. For some reason, that was probably the best smelling cup of coffee I'd ever smelled. I mean, I don't know why. It was just my sen- my sense my sense my senses were like heightened for a second, and it was just it was overwhelming. Like the coffee smelled so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I had like a cappuccino from the Shortstop the other day or whatever too, and it was pretty good.
That's cool, man.
It was like, oh man. And
S-
I always love getting and I love how gas stations have like their pops and stuff set up. I don't know,
yeah,
for some reason I just like how that's all like there.
and it's always so visually pleasing. Like you go in and you
Yeah,
see all the bottles, and it's just all that stuff. Like you can see all just their merchandise.
yeah. 'Cause I'd always go in and I'd get me a sausage biscuit and I'd get a Barks root beer
Yeah.
bottle of it. And that's what I'd always get. Oh man, this is so nice.
Yeah, and another thing that we haven't like mentioned yet or whatever is sometimes a gas station in a rural area, I mean it takes the place of a supermarket. I mean sometimes that's all there is. It's,
Yeah,
for example, the people that live out on Route 7. I mean, they have like the Route 7 like shortstop or whatever that is. I can't even remember because they're pretty like if you get so far out there, I mean, you're pretty far from anything else. So
yeah.
sometimes a gas station becomes your thing or whatever. It's
See,
like
it's
your
like
supermarket.
South Shore doesn't even have a grocery store anymore.
Yeah.
Because now closest thing we got is a Dollar General.
Well, what about the
But
Foodland technically?
nah, that's because that's a first stop now. So now it's like a convenience store.
Like,
So they aren't gonna carry a bunch of that stuff anymore.
oh my gosh. So wait, they're like reducing the Foodland?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
well, because they're adding in the pumps or whatever, but they're not gonna keep selling everything that they were selling and all that, and
Ah.
so they're gonna keep doing like they'll sell like chicken and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but they're not gonna keep selling like all the
Oh,
produce
that's
and like
so
the groceries or
weird.
whatever. Yeah, so there's
They're
not
gonna
a
they're gonna
there's
have
not
a
a grocery store
massive
there
building
anymore.
then for just that.
Yeah,
Oh, that was dumb. That's all
yeah.
that needed
Well,
was like a
see,
fifth gas station. What?
because they might gonna be put tables and stuff in there, but I mean, like the shortstop has tables and stuff in it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it might turn into like something like that. I have no idea,
Hmm.
but yeah. So now we have the Dollar General, and if you can't find what you need at the Dollar General, you can always check the Family Dollar. But if not, you
True.
gotta go over into Portsmouth or like New Boston.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
But just real quick, back to what I was saying. I mean, if you don't have anything else, a gas station sometimes is like your Walmart. I mean,
yeah,
that's just what you have. Uh, Granted, they don't have like everything always, but if that's what you
yeah.
have, then
It's like restaurants or whatever. We got Giovanni's over here, and then like, and I don't I think that's like all that we all have. Besides that, we have that shortstop.
hmm
And you can run into Speedway and get you something to eat or whatever, like pizza or like one of them hot sandwiches or whatever.
hmm
But I can't think of any other restaurants like in South Shore
yeah.
because we had the Subway, but that's a hair salon right now. I don't know. Like South Shore is becoming really weird lately because none of it makes sense to me anymore.
You got any good gas station stories, Sam? Like specific gas station stories? Because I got one if you don't right now.
Man, because I don't think there are any specific stories that I can think of like because it's usually just in there like in the early mornings and stuff, like if I'm getting something to eat or whatever. But
Oh, I just remembered a couple gas station stories I could tell.
all right.
Okay, so there was one time I was where even was I? I was almost to Springboro, Ohio. I think I was I can't even remember. There's a town that's like right before Springboro that I can't even remember what the name of it is. It's got like a garage and stuff. It's not Xenia. It's past Xenia. Well, anyway, I was in this place. It was like a Valero station. I don't exactly know even if I pronounced that right. I don't know if it's like Valero or Valero. I've always heard
I have
Valero.
no idea.
But anyway, that is one of the few gas stations that I have ran into or whatever that didn't have an inside restroom. Like they had a porta potty outside that I had to use, and that was probably one of the nastiest porta potties I'd ever seen in my life because it was like muddy inside. It was just caked with mud just on the floor and everywhere. I mean it was gross. It was disgusting. I mean it was terrible. And that was not a great gas station. Okay, so number 2 gas station story. I was on my way to Jacobs that one time, my second
Yeah.
time or whatever, the time that you weren't with me,
Mhm.
and I had to drive through Dayton, and I drove through Dayton, and I was driving up that way, and I went through Xenia. Well, when I went through Xenia, um, there was this gas station I stopped at because like I had to use the restroom and everything, so I stopped off and I went in and I used the restroom, and I felt bad just like for using the restroom because like I didn't buy anything, right? So I was like, "Oh, okay, it's all right. I'll buy myself a cup of coffee and I'll make up for it and stuff." So I go over and I get the coffee, and I mean they didn't really have that much stuff. I mean it wasn't like a Speedway or anything. It was like
Yeah.
an independently owned thing. Well, anyway, they didn't have very much coffee supplies. Like they had just like one thing of creamer, and it was like the solid creamer, and they had like a few packages of sugar, and that's about it. I mean, they didn't really have anything much to speak of. So I get the coffee in the cup, and I put it all together, and I walk up to the counter. Well, there's a guy in front of me, and he's just talking to this like woman behind like the counter. And then I get up there, and I don't remember like her ethnicity, but she looked maybe like, I'm gonna say this and it's gonna sound stupid. She looked Serbian, if that made any sense.
She was Serbian.
Yeah. So she didn't really have a weird accent, but it was like this Slav lady, right? And she kept rubbing her nose on her hand, like snuffing her nose really hard.
Ugh.
And I was like, "Oh, don't touch my cup, please." I didn't actually say that, but she was in like misery because her nose was running so hard. It was pretty gross. I mean, stuff like that doesn't usually like wig me out, but that one kind of did.
Yeah,
Um,
because she was Serbian.
yeah, Serbs just wig me out. No, I'm kidding. So, so I get back in the car, right? I was like, ooh, and I'm pretty sure I had hand sanitizer in there. I'm 90% sure that I used some hand sanitizer after that.
Like,
So, oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, well, like the closest thing I can think of to a gas station story is because I'd always go into KD's to get those stupid big bottles of Faygo,
Mhm.
and I'd always get the blue friggin' what they had a name for the blue one, but I don't remember what
I
it
don't
was.
remember either.
But then I go in there one day, all of a sudden there's no Faygo.
Hmm.
So I literally walked around the store for like a good like 3 minutes looking for Faygo,
Mhm.
and just it wasn't there, and I was like, what happened to Faygo? And they're like, we don't got the Faygo anymore. I was like, what the heck? So I just left,
Hmm.
and I don't think I've been back since.
Yeah. By the way, that was
Like
the.
not really.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off again. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. That was the worst cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. They used some kind of horrible tap water for that, and it tasted
Mm.
so bad. I could not drink it. I mean, it even smelled. It even smelled bad.
Oh God.
Good thing it was only maybe $1.10, and when I got to Jacob's, I just poured it out and threw it away, 'cause it was so bad. Like it was stinking up the car bad.
Ooh.
It was so bad. That was the worst cup of coffee. Like I was driving through Tip City. Like I had already gotten all the way up to Tip City, and I was smelling that coffee. I was like, this is the nastiest cup of coffee I've ever had in my entire life.
But man, like, because apparently the Foodland sold Faygo, but I could never find it. And
Hmm.
but now I don't know if they still sell Faygo. So
Yeah.
like the only place I can go to get it's Family Dollar. But no, I gotta buy it in cans though. And I mean, I like drinking stuff out of cans. It's all right. But I don't know. You can't just buy like a can though. Like you can
Yeah.
buy like a bottle. You have to buy like I don't. They come in like they either come in fours or sixes. I think they come in fours. But I always get the red pop. The red pop's like best flavor.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know that old Shell station that used to be there, kind of like by the school, pretty close to it.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, there's like a guy that bought that a while back, and apparently they're gonna put a gas station back in there.
Oh.
So they're putting pumps and stuff right now. I think it's gonna be an Exxon station, possibly, because they've got like Exxon branded pumps, but they might not actually bring the full branded Exxon thing. Oh my gosh, it reminds me. You know how Gary's turned into a marathon, right? Like a legit
Yeah.
marathon? So he lost his like certification or whatever to sell gas somehow. So he hasn't had gas in like months. Another
Oh my
thing
god.
too. Um, so this is a good gas station story. This is interesting. So basically, the way this works is when you have as this is as far as I know, when you have a marathon station, basically what happens is you have a credit card machine that is through Marathon. Every time that somebody swipes a card, Marathon Corporate gets an automatic 20% cut. This is the way I understand it. So literally 20% of whatever's sold goes directly to the Marathon Corporation, and whatever else goes directly to the station itself. So Dad said that he didn't realize this for a long time, but he finally figured it out. Because he said certain days you'd go into Gary's and he'd have one credit card machine running and you'd use that one, and certain other days he'd have the different one. And Dad said it took him a long time to figure out what the deal was, and he finally figured out that sometimes Gary used his own credit card machine so that nothing would go to the Marathon Company. So he was just basically bypassing them. I thought that was really funny.
Is that wait? Is that like related to him losing his
No,
certification?
not that I'm
Oh,
aware. He apparently like I think what happened was he just didn't keep gas in stock and they just like pulled
oh,
it or something. He's trying to fix it, but he still hasn't fixed it yet. Did you see on the news where they spray painted all that racist stuff on the side of Gary's gas
oh yeah,
station?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I know, that is so funny. Like, what person in South Portsmouth is just gonna walk up there and just spray paint junk on the side
Yeah,
of
I
a car?
know.
Like, he had been there so long. Like, why didn't somebody do that at the very beginning? Why did they wait 4 years, five
Yeah,
years to just do
that is
that
just an
randomly?
odd time to do that.
Yeah, why now?
Because it's like, it's like when Jews move in and people are like, oh, get these Jews out of here. But you don't wait till they've been here a few years and then be like, get out of here, Jews. Because it's
um,
like, I don't know.
Now back when that was the pit stop or whatever, um, have you ever seen gas stations do that one thing where people put stuff up on they buy stuff on credit and then they never come back to pay their credit off, so then they just have like a list of names just on the counter of people that have bad credit with them or whatever? Because they used to have this list of like all these tabs that people just rung up. Like I've seen multiple $1,000s worth of just stuff that people just put on credit and never paid off from a gas station. I thought, why? Like, why as a gas station would you give people credit? I mean, it
Yeah,
just doesn't really make sense. It's like, if you can't buy it, then don't buy it. I mean,
yeah. And like, it's weird imagining like buying stuff at a gas station with credit too.
yeah. I mean, not just like a credit card. I mean, like store credit. I mean, they just like,
Yeah.
there's like, oh yeah, you can like come back and pay this later. Nobody ever does. I mean, to have your name like package taped up to the just the wall of a gas station with an amount that you owe beside of it. That's pretty shameful. I mean, it's
But
like,
man,
oh
like it feels like gas stations are too much of like a like people are passing through and visiting there to like, give out store credit and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd almost have to know the person to give them credit.
Yeah.
But if you knew the person, then you'd think that they'd come back and pay you. I
Yeah,
mean,
because you'd have to like only give credit to people who like are regulars at your gas
yeah,
station.
I mean,
Because if not, like, no one's like if you're just passing through or whatever, you're not gonna make your way back to that gas
that would be
station.
so
Like,
funny. What if you went to the gas station? It was like 500 miles away from where you live, and they just gave you credit. Like you bought
yeah,
I don't know, $40 worth of gas or something, and then you just went like cross country, and then there you go.
yeah,
I
because
mean,
like we could be like going up to Jacob's house or
yeah,
something and
and
visit a
stop
gas
at
station,
and like
and they
Xenia,
give credit. Yeah,
yeah, and then
and
they give us credit, and then never come back. I mean,
yeah, Because it's like, why would you go out of your way just to like go back there and pay that back?
I don't even know.
It's just, but then you're gonna get on their shame wall of bad credit, though.
There's shame wall of bad credit. If Isaiah ever opens up a gas station, he needs to put the shame wall of bad credit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, another thing. Um, Apparently some of Gary's relatives came like over here, and they opened up a gas station in Black Oak. So there's this gas station down there now, and they sell like Hunt's Brothers pizza and stuff, and all this. And I took my grandma over there to like get her gas because it's legitimately really close to where my great aunt lives, and she wanted me to get gas, and she gave me her credit card, so I could pump the gas, and I got out, and there's no credit card things.
Mhm.
And you have to go in and prepay, like in cash or credit or whatever, before you can use the pumps. And I
Oh
thought,
yeah.
no way. This is what? This is 2018, and there's like no pay at the pump. You have to go in and freaking prepay. I mean, no thanks. I could go somewhere a couple miles down the road and get pay at the pump. Come on. I mean, that you're not getting any business that way.
See, I'm just like used to that. Like you go pay, then you pump the gas or whatever.
I hate that.
Because that's just like instinct or whatever.
Man,
And
I
then,
literally have not done that in years. I mean, I never do that. I was just
right.
like put it on a card because it's easy.
I went to me and my dad like visited a church in Black Oak one time.
Oh yeah.
It's like a while ago. I can't like not like a while ago, but like a little while ago. Because I can't remember like it might have been a Church of Christ, but I can't remember. Because I know they did like weekly communion, but that's all that I
Was it
remember
like
about
a
it.
Christian church?
It might have been. I don't know. It was full of old people though. It was just purely old people. Because we'd gotten invited because someone was wanting to know if my dad wanted to like stay around there or something and like help with it and stuff. But it's just, it's a little distance away.
Yeah. Did have I remembered to tell you that my granddad called Super Quick the Super Chicken?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he just called it the Super Chicken because the mascot. It's like a road runner or something.
Yeah.
But he just called it the Super Chicken. So he when that one went down, or like when the one went in Vanceburg, there like on the corner, he was so happy. He was like, "Oh, we got a Super Chicken." Man, in Garrison, they still have a full service gas station. There's a guy that can come out and pump your gas. Now, my grandma and my great aunt do that, but I think you're supposed to tip the attendants, and I don't think they ever tip them.
Yeah. I have no idea how that works.
Yeah, see, I don't either because I've like legitimately never tried that, and that makes me so uncomfortable. Because I could pump my own gas, and I don't have to tip somebody else. And another thing, most sketchiest thing, that was grammatically correct. Anyway, the sketchiest thing about that is you can pay them at the pump directly, and they go in and get your
Yeah.
change. That is the sketchiest thing. I don't want somebody just like, doing that or whatever, because they might like stick the stuff in the pocket and just, you know,
Yeah.
like, and you can go away thinking that you paid, and then no, you didn't pay. That guy just stuffed the money in his pocket. I mean, that's
Yeah.
sketch.
Yeah, because like I don't think I've ever been at a gas station that has like the attendants and stuff.
Yeah, it's
But like,
pretty
because
it's pretty rare anymore. I mean,
it just seems like odd.
yeah. Well, I especially wouldn't give somebody a credit card. I just wouldn't hand some
Yeah.
guy my credit card and
Oh
be like,
yeah.
yeah, put my gas on that, bubby.
Because I mean, yeah, 'cause I wouldn't, I especially wouldn't give it to somebody so they could go in and like and charge it or whatever for
Yeah,
gas.
no
Like,
way.
no.
That just sounds like fraud waiting to happen.
Because like I don't even like, how do you tip an attendant? Do you just give them money?
I guess.
I
I
mean,
mean, they I don't even know because I've only been to the one full service gas station there in Garrison, and I've never seen them be tipped. I know you're supposed to technically tip them. I don't know if they ever get tipped. I mean,
Because, like, I wonder how much they make.
I don't
Like, I
even
have no
know.
idea.
I don't even know.
What if you pay with the credit card? Do they give you a receipt? You can, like, sign it and you're like, here's the tip.
I No, they don't have like a tip section for that. Well, another thing too, this okay, the one in Garrison, it's always this little old guy, and I feel so sorry for him because his shoes are literally so worn down. They're like worn down on the sides, and they look so off kilter. I mean, they're just so old, and he just walks funny. I feel really
Oh,
bad for him because he's so old, but he just pumps everybody's gas.
oh, and he, like, never gets tipped.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
but he always looks so happy.
Man. If we're, like, in Garrison getting gas and we're there, we should, like, tip him.
Yeah, we should to see his reaction.
Yeah, we'd
Like
be like, oh, here's a few bucks.
yeah, I don't even think that he ever gets tipped that I'm aware of.
Because I've just never been in that, like, situation, because I wouldn't, like, I've never, like, had to tip, like, an attendant.
Yeah, I
Because, I
know.
mean,
I mean,
like, I don't know what else you do besides just, like, give them money, but, like, it just feels like an awkward situation.
yeah, I mean, see, I like I said, I don't even like to do that anyway. I don't really want somebody else pumping my gas, but you know,
And, you know, man, you talking about that guy's shoes reminded me. Like, I don't know, I need to get a new pair of, like, boots or something, probably.
oh yeah,
Because, I wear, I wear my combat boots to garden and stuff in.
mhm,
So I need to get me, like, a pair of boots to, I don't know, to, like, do stuff like garden in. And then so that way I can clean up these combat boots so I don't have them, like, just grass stained and, like, dirt stained all the time.
yeah.
But, oh, man.
Remember me telling you that one story about my dad and I going to that one gas station that had the model cars?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I thought I told you this one the other day. Well, anyway, I'll tell it again. So there's also a different gas station in Garrison, by the way.
Yeah.
Um, it used to be a BP station, but now it's like a super quick. So a long time ago, they started selling model cars, like big ones, and they were replicas of classic cars. They had different kinds, and they always had them either in a glass case or on a glass display, and it always looked so cool. Like when I was younger, I loved to collect like model cars. I had a bunch of Hot Wheels. I mean, I had bigger model cars. I loved that stuff. I've got so
Yeah.
much of that stuff. So I wanted one so bad, because I would go in there, and they were relatively expensive. I mean, they were probably like 30 or 40 bucks. I mean, at the time, you know, I was like, "Dad, can you give me that?" And he was like, "Oh, we'll get it next time." So we went there the next time, and they quit selling them, and
Oh.
I was like distraught. So literally a few months later, they started carrying them again, and my dad bought me one. And I was so freaking happy. Like I got a Chevy. I can't even remember. It might have been like a Chevy K10 or whatever replica, and it was yellow, and I loved it so much. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think you did tell me the story now. I
Yeah,
don't like thinking about it.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, man. Because I'm not nearly in, like, as many gas stations or whatever. That's just because I don't, like, travel around much.
yeah.
But, I'm pretty much just hanging around the short stop all the time.
Mhm.
And that's, like, most of it. Because, like, I don't know, there's no real need to go to a lot of other gas stations, like, in my area. Because I live, like, maybe 5 minutes away from the short stop. And I'm actually closer to the KDs. But I don't, but in Speedway, like, you get your Speedy Rewards card or whatever, and so you
Right.
can get that. But I mean,
You know, I probably should sign up for one of those just for myself, because my dad
Yeah,
has one. But well, really though, I'm never really around Speedway per se. But
yeah,
I kind of would like to have one just for me. I mean,
yeah,
a Speedy Rewards. I mean, not a Speedway. That'd be funny to have your own gas station.
yeah. Oh man, it'd be weird running a gas station.
Yeah, it would. I mean, I don't really know how much markup they put on like a gallon of gas.
Yeah,
'Cause think about this, you could always get gas cheaper than somewhere else.
yeah, you could.
I mean, you could always pay less for gas than everybody else.
Yeah, that is like an upside I've never even thought about.
Yeah, 'cause you wouldn't have to make a profit off of it or whatever. 'Cause it'd just be like you already bought the gas.
Yeah, you just have like a permanent discount.
Yeah,
Man, that'd be weird.
yeah, it would. Imagine that.
Man, you'd always have like have freaking gas station snacks like ready at hand
Yeah,
too.
yeah, you would too. Not to like divert too much, but you remember that thing with Ethan's dad or whatever? It's like he goes to Katie's and buys Campbell's
Oh,
tomato
the
juice,
tomato juice,
yeah, in
yeah.
a can, and he like refrigerates it and
Yeah.
drinks it out of the can. I don't know. I don't think I like tomato juice enough to do that.
Yeah, like I've never tried that. It does seem odd. Like I completely forgot about
Yeah,
that.
but he does that legitimately.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
And why they carry that is way beyond me.
Yeah, just thinking about that, that just seems odd that they just carry like Campbell's tomato juice.
They just
It's
do.
like who all buys it?
Ethan's dad.
Because I mean, like there must be more people that buy it.
There has to be, or
Like
else they wouldn't carry it, I
because
guess.
I was legitimately the only person who bought the Fago there, and they
Yep.
stopped selling Fago. So
What if you bought enough Fagos to just keep them like out of stock, so they just keep buying more? That'd be so
that'd
funny.
be so funny. Man, I'm not sure I could like buy that much Fago,
Nor
or I
should you
could
drink
drink
that
that much.
much Fago.
Yeah. Oh, that stuff's horrible for you.
Yeah, it is.
I don't understand how it's like naturally caffeine free or whatever
I don't even
bullcrap they
know.
say on the can. So, oh man, that's hilarious. Oh,
Man, didn't technically Katie's used to be a Citgo station?
it might have been because they used to sell like more stuff
Yeah.
or something. Like they used to be like different.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, I'm pretty sure they used to have a legitimate franchise.
Yeah,
Man, whatever happened to all the Citgo stations? It just seems like they just dropped off the face of the earth.
yeah,
'Cause used to there was a lot of them. That was a legit franchise back in the day.
yeah, man. I don't know,
'Cause
but you know, like KD's owns like a weird amount of property too,
yeah,
because they own like what used to be the Dollar General there, and they've got that stuff like over where that like shed thing is or whatever. But I don't know, it just seems
yeah.
odd.
Well, they have a huge lot. I mean,
Yeah,
they just have a ridiculously big lot for the amount of pumps that they have. 'Cause they don't have
yeah,
that many pumps, but they're
yeah.
very spaced out.
Because realistically, they could like throw more pumps in there or whatever. Because like, and they're not doing anything with that building or whatever, the Dollar General building. At
Yeah.
least not as like I'm aware.
Well, I guess the one thing about it, or whatever, is that I'd rather have it like fewer pumps and spaced out than like Speedway that's so tight that you
Yeah,
can't really even get through. That is legitimately not a big enough space to sustain a
yeah.
gas
It's really
station.
not.
Like,
Because like they still do it or whatever,
yeah,
but freaking like
location's
that.
alright, but everything else is just weird about it.
Yeah. Cause man, I don't know, it just feels like there should be more stuff at KD's or something. Cause like the amount of property that they
Yeah.
have, it's just I don't know. I want them to do something with that building. Cause it's just like an empty building that's gonna sit there forever now.
Right.
Cause I don't know like why they bought it.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's weird.
Hmm.
Cause they're just not gonna do anything with it, I don't think.
Yeah. Cause I mean, well, it's like they've had it for a while now, ever since the Dollar General like moved buildings.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, as far as I know, nothing's happened there. Because the most recent thing that happened on that like little strip is that that pawn shop moved over there or whatever, and it's like pawn and guns or something. It's like their main attraction is that they have guns. But oh man,
But I mean, who was talking about weavers the other day?
I think we were like Matthew kind of brought it up. I think because I've been to Weaver's like one time. I think
I don't think I've ever been to Weavers.
because I don't know, it seemed all right. Yeah, because I've been to that one where Matthew's cousin works. Because I do have a gas station story, kind of. Because I was over there at that Weaver's or whatever, and I was like, "Hey Matthew, I was at Weaver's or whatever." I was telling him about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's this like cute chick over there," and he's like, "That was my cousin,"
Oh, oh
and
man,
and I was like, "Oh," but it turned out not to be his cousin.
wrecked.
It was a different chick, and it was really funny. But yeah, cause they do like oh, do they do Chester chicken or what's the
I
chicken they
think.
do there? Because I'm pretty sure it's Chester chicken. But but yeah, it's like I don't know, it's pretty nice in there. It's like not too bad.
Yeah. I always love like the variety of gas station chicken that there exists.
Yeah,
It's like Chester chicken, Charlie Biggs chicken. I mean,
yeah.
what is shortstop?
And see, I'm pretty sure shortstop is Charlie Biggs. I think. Now, because I can't remember. Because I know I'm pretty sure that they are. Or at least they were. Because what is it? Because the Foodland switched to Chester chicken. I know that at some point. And I'm pretty sure that shortstop is Charlie Biggs. Now I think about it, if shortstop is Charlie Biggs, though, I'm starting to think that like Weavers might be Charlie Biggs, but like I have no idea now.
Which do you like better?
Hmm. I don't know.
Well, I've
I think I like Chester chicken better.
well, I was about to say that's probably a trick question because honestly,
Yeah.
even though it says Charlie Biggs or Chester's chicken, it all tastes different.
Yeah, it does. Like each gas station like does taste a little bit different, like the chicken and stuff.
I mean, you
Because
can
it's
call it
like
whatever, but I mean, it all tastes different. So,
yeah, because it's like I like the Foodland Chester chicken better than like the shortstop chicken, which I'm pretty sure was Charlie Biggs.
yeah,
But I like that Weaver's chicken pretty well too. And now, but that might also been Charlie Biggs, like, because I'm pretty sure it was the same as the shortstop.
yeah.
But and I like that one pretty well. But because I think I liked it better than the shortstop chicken. But oh man. So what's your go-to dipping sauce?
I like barbecue.
Okay,
I'm one of those guys.
yeah. Yeah. I always go for the honey mustard or the
I
ranch.
figured you were gonna say that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ranch is good. I'm a big ranch guy.
Yeah, man. I love having ranch on everything. Because I know, like, Matthew always goes for the honey mustard. And I mean, I like the honey mustard pretty well, too. But I do love the ranch.
Hmm.
Like, anything that I think will taste all right with ranch on it, I always like trying some ranch
You like
sauce.
blue cheese dressing?
I do,
I
yeah.
do too.
Oh, man. Yeah, because I love all the blue cheese stuff and all that. think where was I last time I saw something? Oh, I was at Fat Patty's with because I was with like Ethan and them for his birthday thing. I was thinking about getting this that like blue cheeseburger or whatever,
Hmm.
but instead I got like the raspberry jalapeno popper burger thing, and it was all right. It was like pretty good. Oh man, freaking man! Now I'm wanting like chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's also what I want too. And it sounds so good.
Yeah, I swear, any gas station food always like sounds so appetizing to me for some reason.
Hmm.
You remember those one of those snack cakes that are like they're like the coconut ball things. You know what I'm talking about? They're like soft and they have like the coconut shavings on them, and they're like chocolate.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
say that one more time?
So they're like those snack cakes, and they're like a ball,
Oh, like
and it's
snowballs?
like, yeah, I think so, yeah, because they're like chocolate or whatever, and they're coconut shavings. I think there's like cream in the middle of them or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh man, I kind of want one of those. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Ooh, because I love like coconut stuff. And next time I'm at a gas station, I'm gonna like binge really hard. See, the only thing I don't like about like shortstop or whatever is I feel like shortstop doesn't have as many like snacks or whatever.
Hmm.
Because shortstop's got like coffee and cappuccinos and they got food and stuff and they've got like real food too. But but like they don't have all the snacks. Like they don't have the moon pies and the
Yeah.
snowballs or whatever
Oh, you
and
reminded me
like
of something. As a
yeah.
person who can't really tolerate that much caffeine anymore, um, I have tried to find like caffeine-free drinks at gas stations, and I've
Yeah,
come
like
to the
fake.
conclusion, yeah, but I've come to the conclusion that most gas stations don't have very good caffeine-free options.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like 9 times out of 10, I either get a water, a Gatorade, or a root beer, because root beer doesn't have any caffeine. So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, more or less. So I've not found a gas station yet with good caffeine-free options. Like there was this one time,
So,
you know that that Clark's Pump and Shop, that's like on the corner there in Portsmouth, just as you go in. It's like on the other side of that laundromat, on the
maybe.
other
I'm
side
not
of the
sure
road.
though.
Okay, well
Hmm.
anyway, there's one. It's right, like right across the road from Tom Barber's Auto Parts. Well, anyway, I went there after school one day. I was like, I want a Gatorade, so I stopped in there for a Gatorade, and I tried to get back out. And the way traffic is set up or whatever, it is so hard to get out of that place.
Man, freaking oh, God, all I can think about are those stupid like snacks now.
Okay, so
Freaking
when you go to a gas station, what snacks do you like to get?
well, I mean, well, I do love those snowballs, but I haven't had one in like a while. And I do love a freaking moon pie.
Yeah. What about
But
Gardettos? You like Gardettos?
I don't even know what a Gardetto
What?
is.
You don't know what that is?
No, I don't think
Oh
so.
my gosh, it's like a snack mix. It's not really Chex Mix, but it's got bagel chips and the little breadsticks and all that. You don't know what a Gardettos is?
I think I might have
Oh
had
my
them
gosh, they're
before, but I don't think I've
so
known what they're
good.
called.
They're so good. Now I'm craving those so hard. Sam, I think we need to hit up some gas stations.
Let me look these up. How you spell this?
Gardettos. Gardettos. Oh, I'm
Is it,
craving those so hard now. They're so good. I remember the first time I had them too. I was at my aunt's
Oh,
house.
like I kind of like I kind of like know what these are,
Yeah.
but
Oh, they're so good.
oh man, I do always love those little snack mixes
Oh
though.
yeah, those are the best. And sunflower seeds, getting like a pack of gas station sunflower
Yeah,
seeds. That's always so good. Beef
man.
jerky,
See,
pork rinds. Pork rinds is
oh
like
my
my
gosh,
favorite
yeah, I
thing.
eat
Yeah,
pork rinds all the time.
yeah, yeah. I love pork
Mm,
rinds.
I think that realistically, that's like the go-to. I think
Yeah,
because they're cheap, and then and I'm always just like, yeah, give me like the spicy pork rinds or
yeah,
whatever. That's always what I go for.
yeah. The spicy ones are always good. I like the barbecue ones too.
Hmm. Because if I'm not wanting something sweet, I always go for pork rinds.
Yeah. Um, how my granddad had like that carpet shop, right? I mean, how we still
Mm,
have it or whatever. Well, there
yeah.
used to be a truck driver that would bring his carpet in sometimes. His name was Jeff, and somewhere that he lived, like he lived around somewhere. I think he lived maybe, gosh, I can't even remember. He lived pretty far away, and he drove really far to like deliver stuff in his semi. And he lived really close to like a pork rind factory, so legitimately he could get like fresh pork rinds, and
Oh yeah.
he'd bring a whole big box of them to my granddad, and he loved that so much. Did you know that there's a pork rind factory in Portsmouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Yeah,
Like
man.
we need to figure out how to get Portsmouth pork rinds. I figured out what brand they are too. They
What
distributed
brand are they?
they distribute into different brands. So like it's not all the same brand. It's a lot, not like they produce for one brand. They produce for like Clancy's and a bunch of other ones. So technically, you there's a very slight percentage of a chance if you go to an Aldi's and you get a bag of pork rinds, they came from Portsmouth.
Oh man. You know, that's like crazy thinking about, right?
Hmm.
That it's there's like the pork rind factory in Portsmouth or whatever.
Yeah.
But you go to like a store in Portsmouth to get pork rinds, and there's only a slim chance they actually came from
Yeah,
Portsmouth.
they need to actually sell those as like a brand, and people would buy them. It's legit. It's like Grippos. Everybody loves Grippos,
Oh yeah.
but that's like a local brand. To another thing, have you ever had Cars potato chips?
Oh yeah.
Carrs. That's from
Hmm.
Circleville.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Hmm. Yeah, that's like not even that far away. That's probably like the closest chip Oh, no, that's not true. Chillicothe.
Right.
All of the normal flavors of hers potato chips come from Chillicothe.
See, I do like hers
I
potato
do
chips
too.
pretty well.
My mom had a patient that worked at hers, and she brought my mom a bag of chips hot off like the line or whatever, and my mom said they were so good.
Oh man, I'm wanting potato chips too.
Yeah, man.
Freaking, I just want snacks now.
Yeah, I kind of do too. Like I had 4 pieces of Fred's Pizza for dinner, but I'm wanting snacks.
Yeah, I had like a burrito and like tater tots or whatever earlier,
Yeah,
and man, I'm wanting like potato chips, and pork rinds,
yeah.
and snowballs
And
and
it's like
moon pies.
10:30 at night.
Yeah, man, freaking, oh, that'd be crazy. Imagine we just like go out and like get gas
Yeah,
station food.
imagine if I just come pick you up and we like go to like a
Freaking, I
gas
want
station.
Taco Bell so bad right
Oh
now,
my
man. I've
gosh.
been seeing those commercials for that like the
Yeah.
chalupa back or whatever,
You
like
know
it's
what?
spicy now.
If my parents wouldn't kill me for like going out at like 11 o'clock at night, I would have like come pick you up and we would have went to Taco Bell. I would have had a second dinner.
That would have been so
It
funny.
would have been awesome.
'Cause, man, I'm just craving Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Oh man,
because Taco Bell's open till like what, 1 o'clock in the morning,
I
something
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah, we'd legitimately go get Taco Bell and we run to a gas station and
Yeah,
get some like pork rinds or something to eat with it.
we just like we'd go back to your driveway and like stuff our faces. Like I'd have Sirius XM radio turned on to
Yeah.
like the country station, and we'd be legit be listening to like the saddest, most gut wrenching country songs and be like stuffing our
Oh
face with
yeah.
food.
All right, like next time we go up to Jacob's house or whatever, we gotta go to Taco Bell for breakfast instead of McDonald's or whatever.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. Would we get like actual Taco Bell or would we get like breakfast Taco Bell?
I've never had breakfast Taco Bell. I don't feel like it'd be as good as regular Taco Bell.
Probably not, 'Cause they used
But
to like offer that breakfast stuff whenever that like breakfast craze was going on.
yeah,
That just
I
doesn't sound
feel like
appealing.
yeah, I'd just rather get the regular Taco Bell.
Yeah, probably. We just have like a chalupa for breakfast.
Yeah, we get like the chalupa box or whatever. Oh yeah, we're gonna get yoo-hoos and bug juice and stuff for
Oh,
Jacob
we're
too.
gonna get
Yeah,
so freaking sick.
we are. Yeah,
We're gonna be like throwing up on the side of the road, like going to Jacob's house.
we're gonna be eating Taco Bell and drinking yoo-hoos.
Oh, oh, that's like
It's gonna,
diarrhea city.
it's gonna be horrible.
We're gonna get up there, and we're gonna have to like occupy both of their bathrooms.
Man, like legit though, right? I've never had like diarrhea or anything from Taco Bell.
Really?
Yeah, everybody always like talks about it, but I'm telling you, like sushi and crap is like the stuff that gets
Hmm.
because like Taco Bell and like any sort of Mexican food has never got me.
Hmm. Now that's just on stream, or not stream, but on recording. Just
Yeah,
talking
it
about like
is.
your diarrhea habits.
Yeah.
Well, we are approaching an hour very soon, and I think it's time to go ahead and cut the episode. So thanks for tuning into our channel. We'll be back soon with more content. We're not really sure exactly how often we're going to upload content, but it'll be pretty frequent. So once again, I'm Isaac,
I'm Sam.
and we are the Front Porch Storytellers. Thank you for tuning in.